What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Eddie and the Heel Show, pro wrestling show. My name is Eddie McDonald, here with my co-host Jay the Heel, and we are here to talk about pro wrestling.
No, this is your channel.
I know.
What you been up to, man?
Oh, I've been chilling, having fun watching WWE lately. All of it from start to finish, and just been hanging out.
Yeah. All right, man. I think you've been watching a little more than that, though. You've been watching the Eagles win.
Yeah.
You're watching Eagles beat my Washington Commanders. So I didn't want to talk to you for at least a week. I don't know, man. I knew you were gonna gloat and just
I wasn't gonna gloat because I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Since both of our teams are in the same division, it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it does matter because what happens if you guys lose a couple games and then we win a couple games? Because now you're 8-2 and we're 7-4, and we really needed that win. But you guys smacked us down. So, boo hoo hoo. Yeah. Other than WWE stuff, let's just get real about life too. Like, hey, this is your show. Anybody who wants to go back to, we just did our live podcast on at the Eddie and the Heel.
Yeah.
So you want to check that out? You can check out that YouTube channel. I just want to keep it real with Eddie, because this is his show and I'm his guest.
Yes.
And I was man. I can't believe you guys beat our Commanders, man. I thought we had a chance. But you guys are definitely like, hey, we have we got a new team. We got a new owner, new coach.
Right.
We got new players. Year one, and like I was disappointed, but I wasn't that disappointed because your Philadelphia Eagles are they're established, man. You got a solid quarterback. You got two dynamic wide receivers.
Yeah.
You got your defense. I mean, your defense basically shut us down, and it's like I didn't expect that. I did not expect the Eagles defense to shut down Washington's offense because we have been struggling a little bit. Jaden Daniels,
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. Jalen Daniels and Jaden Hurts, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
two Jaden.
And but he did get, our young rookie is he got his ribs banged up a few games ago, so he just hasn't been the same. That's no excuse, though. I mean, your team is just it's strong, man. It's a contender. You guys are a Super Bowl contender, and I was really impressed, man. Because if you guys didn't win like you did, I would have called you guys suspect. But you know what? You really you guys are stepping up. You guys are had a little. I mean, you're 8-2. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I know the Eagles fans have been screaming and hollering because, there were some games that was really iffy, but you lost 2 games.
Yeah.
You won 8 games. Stop crying. Damn, stop crying, Eagles fans. But yeah, I mean, other than that, what's been up, man?
Nothing much. I mean, since Jason Kelsey's, since he's been retired from the Eagles, he's been showing up at a lot of the Philadelphia Eagles games lately.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is pretty cool, and he's had fun with the fans. And
he's a good dude. Seems like a good dude. Just keep Taylor Swift away from him. Oh, man. So, hey, don't forget I'm the heel. I don't like Taylor Swift. So, I'm the heel. I can say that. No, but WWE, it's been crazy. We kind of had some technical difficulties, namely my computer. I have an older computer. I need to get it updated, but if Eddie's fans want to send me money and get me a new computer, I'll accept that. I don't know, man. It's called raise some money for Jay the Heel to get some new equipment. The guys, I got some good podcast equipment. My computer's just outdated and it's just having some issues. So eventually, when we get rich from being the most amazing, the most incredible, the most spectacular pro wrestling show on YouTube. Especially you got the greatest heel of all time with the most jacked muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the brain here, the brain trust. You got the man with the plan, Eddie Rocks. And we're going to just take it to the top.
Oh, yeah. We took it on the road last week. You guys don't forget that.
Oh,
We brought Eddie and the Heel on the road last week. It was a great, fun time.
yes.
We officially brought it on the road now.
Now we had some fun. You know, that is what we do plan to do, but it is kind of getting closer to the cold weather. So we might be taking it some other places, maybe do some indoor stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe taking it to the malls, taking it to maybe we'll go to some restaurants.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just gonna find some places, random places to go, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So other than that, I gotta put this on airplane mode again because I don't want to get interrupted. I just can't disconnect my phone from this computer, and it's been bothering me. And I'm so old, I don't know how to do half this tech stuff. So yeah, there's that. I'm not that old, but I'm older. So WWE. Lots going on. We had what do we miss? We missed a couple Raws and SmackDowns because of I was also away, so we couldn't cover some of those things. Then we had technical difficulties with our soundboard.
True.
We did a 40-minute podcast and none of the sound came through. I'll take that on me. But like I said, we had to update some of the equipment. Update my computer, and we'll see what happens. We'll get there. Hopefully this one's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had, I don't know if we talked about this, Saudi Arabia having their the Crown Jewel, an amazing event, spectacular event, man. It was really cool because
a couple of weeks back.
Yeah. So it was something. There's something different, man, and like having it in the Middle East. Hopefully, we can bring some peace over there and strengthen communication between the U.S. and other countries. Maybe bridge that gap of peace. So we hope for that. I know that's not very heel-like for me to say, but in all seriousness, I just want peace in the world, just like everybody else. So other than that,
that's
really
what we all want. So.
Yeah, you know. So with that being said, lots of action. We had SmackDown on Friday. We had some great action. Cody Rhodes kicking it off with Nick Aldis talking about the Kevin Owens, Randy Orton being injured, Kevin Owens talking
about not being there and getting mad, and like he tagged Stephanie in one of the posts, Nick Aldis in the post, and it was just like, what are you doing? Like, he's frustrated. I don't know what the frustration is about, but like Nick Aldis said, it's not my decision. It's from the higher ups. Whoever those higher ups are, could it be Stephanie McMahon?
We'll see. We had some good live action. We had some action going on. We had the 3-woman match. We had B-Fab, Bayley, and Candice. With Bayley pulling out the victory. Got any comments about that?
The United States #1 contenders match, which honestly, having a mid-card title, I'm gonna say, is the best thing. And those women's tag team championships, it seems like they're getting faded into the background a lot. And I mean, you're breaking up tag teams like you've never what is the point of having women's tag team titles if you're just going to break up everybody? You might as well just go for singles gold, because at this point, there's no point to having a women's tag team when you don't really have any women's tag teams that can really be challenging for titles.
Yeah.
So it's like you might as well just get rid of the women's tag team titles. There's no point.
Well, yeah, I just think it's poor creative content. I just it's a disappointment to see what's going on here. Like, what are you doing? WWE? Um Triple H, what's going on there? Um we need some fresh ideas. We need some new blood. We have amazing talent in the WWE. NXT is sending some really good talent up. We have some great veterans. We got some really great up and comers. So it's like you have the talent, but it's becoming way too predictable. You know, and I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here. So I mean, that's all I'm going to say about that. I just we've had this discussion. We talked about it on the Eddie and the Heel show. Um, I'm not going to beat this drum. I just, come on already with this predictability. It's just, the tag teams. You're just, tag team for like it seems like they're a tag team for 2 weeks and then they turn on each other. It's like, um, I just don't know. It's a little disappointing to me. Obviously, it's a little disappointing to Eddie too. But we'll see what happens. We did have, you know, we had Bailey with the victory.
True.
So great match. We enjoyed that match. We had LA Knight versus Berto.
Yes.
Would you lay it down, man?
It was great. It was great to have Alberto Del Rio, Alberto and LA Knight go at it. A great tag team overall. A great success overall. Just a fun tag team.
Tag team?
Well, no, just a fun singles match. I'm too excited. I'm glad to be back. So.
I'm excited too. I'm excited. I'm excited to be with you again.
I'm excited. Like it's.
And I'm a wild man. I can't even keep anything in my head because I need you, the mastermind, to keep me in check.
True.
Because I think somebody was like, "Man, he's drinking way too much coffee."
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that your aunt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, thank you. What's your aunt's name?
Aunt Terry.
Thank you, Aunt Terry, for pointing that out. That I have to cut down on my coffee. So, and by the way, I haven't cut down on the coffee. I actually doubled my coffee intake, so I will be going more crazy. Anyway, so LA Knight pulling out the victory. We had Motor City Machine Guns versus Street Profits, and we had a surprise going on with that because that was just a wild match.
DIY go nuts. Tommaso Ciampa of DIY going insane, going crazy, going out of his mind, and just like, what are you doing?
He is. Tommaso has been just going crazy because he beat down who I like to call the pretty little things.
The pretty little things.
The week before, just wiping people out. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I kind of dig it. Tommaso's the man. He's quickly growing on me. Just bringing it. Just going. What? Like, what is going on? Like, what is so angry about? Is he drinking too much coffee? Is he having like quadruple espressos? I mean, what is going on? Cut down on the caffeine, my man. Because you can't be outdoing me. I mean, you ain't got these kind of guns going on, right? But yeah, no, and I love that chaos. I'm all about chaos. I'm all about that excitement. And so I do appreciate that stuff. So, yeah, but it was a great match despite the no, you know what? It was just a great match. Yeah. And it was a great ending. Tommaso capping off that match. Street Profits winning by disqualification. So, we had some good tag team action,
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And then we had my girl, Nia Jax versus Naomi. Nia is just dominant. I mean, she's the alpha of the pack of ladies in the WWE, and just continuing to dominate. We had, like I said, what you got? Anything to add to Nia versus Naomi?
It was just an overall great match to have those two go at it. Naomi's great. Naomi, I mean, I feel like I said, Tiffany Stratton's going to get eventually cash in on Nia, and we see the seeds being planted by everybody that's telling her Nia's using you, and she's going to eventually find out for herself, and then you're going to see these two break up. Or the other thing is you got Candice LeRae now involved in this whole saga between the three of them. So now that's a very interesting thing. Is Candice LeRae going to take the place of Tiffany and be with Nia Jax?
Well, we shall see. We shall see.
Because she's been hanging around Nia too, so it's like, and you know Tiffany's not going to like it, and it's going to be a fight between all of them.
You know, I've been really, I think I've been more impressed with the storylines of the ladies than I have the men's division. I've really been impressed. So I do give it up, and all the faults that I see that I don't like about WWE and the things that the predictability, I think they're doing it right as far as the ladies are concerned. So keep going on that one. I'm enjoying that. But again, let's establish some tag teams. Let's establish some continuity, some not as much predictability. And that's all I'm going to say on that one again.
Stop breaking up tag teams, honestly.
Let's just man, back in my day, we had like the Road Warriors. We had Demolition. You mean the Rockers, obviously, before they broke up. The Hardy Boys before they broke up. But still, I mean, they established they really, I mean, it was something else. You got to step up. Whoever your content creator, these writers, they need to step up. So that's all. Ended off the night. We had like Bloodline, and Bronson Reed ambush Roman.
Yes.
Continuance of that chaos. And Bronson Reed the indestructible force. He really impresses me.
Yeah, he is a good, strong person, but honestly, I want to see Bronson Reed is strong. I mean, to beat down Braun Strowman it takes guts.
Yeah. And Seth Rollins.
To pick on the little man, Seth Rollins, for no reason, who's done nothing to nobody, and you want to just be a monster to be a monster. I mean,
I love it, though. I love that monster, man. He is just something. He's next level. I never seen a big man like him move like he does, flying off the turnbuckle. I mean, he's climbing, he's flying, he's smashing, he's crashing. Like, he's doing it all. Like, I don't know who's going to stop him. I don't know. So, overall, very happy with SmackDown, despite some predictability. But we rolled into Monday Night Raw. We had opening up on Monday night. We have the greatest women's champion of all time, Liv Morgan, Jersey Girl. We had Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, and Candice in the ring, talking, doing their thing. And then we had them interrupted by Bianca Jade, Io Sky, and Naomi, and the surprise addition to their team,
a.k.a. Rhea Ripley.
Rhea is back. Actually, I was very, very surprised. I didn't think she was going to come back so fast. I thought she was a little more. I thought she was going to be on the IR for a little bit longer. So, congrats to the WWE for bringing that one. You got me surprised there. So, like I said, I don't want to just beat on you all the time. You had some that was really surprised. I didn't expect that. Rhea coming down. I just, as soon as you hear that music, I was like, what? So, and then
it had to catch everybody off guard.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? She's back? Why?
Yeah. And the continuation of the saga of Rhea and Liv Morgan. And then Rhea with the cheap shot to Liv Morgan's face, her pretty little face.
With the face mask.
With the face mask.
AKA Cody Rhodes' face mask from back in the day.
Yeah. So that one ended, obviously, a brawl ensuing on that one. So we opened up. I think it was, what do we have? The War Raiders?
Yeah.
Or was it, yeah, we'll just go with the War Raiders versus Dom, Mysterio, and Carlito. Surprise ending on that one. You want to break it down for us, brother?
Surprise ending. It was interesting to have Dominic, who's just started. Well, I shouldn't say he's starting out in this company. He's been around it a lot with his dad and Eddie Guerrero, so he's been a part of it all.
Yeah.
But now seeing him be on his own in the company and just wrestling is just, he's doing really great for himself. I got to give Dominic props. I mean, you're wrapped up in a storyline that you really didn't need to be in personally. But, I mean, I'm glad to see him in the Judgment Day and doing something, not just sitting on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. No, he's doing his thing. I'm baffled by their relationship with the Judgment Day with the members.
Carlito and Dominic.
Yeah, Carlito and Dominic. No, I'm talking about the other members, the heads of the Judgment Day.
Finn Balor.
Yes, Finn
JD
Balor.
McDonough.
Yeah, and JD McDonough. What is going on there? I don't see the connection there anymore. It seems to be a disconnect. I just feel like Dom or Carlito is on the way out, especially with War Raiders picking up the victory, but not winning the battle with the interference at the end, getting beat down. Eric and Ivar, especially with Eric's neck. Was it Eric with the neck surgery?
Yeah, one of them had neck surgery.
Yeah, so I mean they were going attacking the neck, and then watching after Finn and McDonough were laid that smackdown on them on the War Raiders. Watching Dom and Carlito get back in the ring just seems like that's coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. And like we had talked about in the Eddie and Heel show, it just doesn't seem to fit. Like when Rhea and Damian Priest were part of that group. Let's see what happens. We talked about this before. It just seems like these factions are splitting up way too quick. The storylines are just way too. I don't know. I just hopefully they remedy that situation. So we obviously had some interference going on. Judgment Day coming out on top at the end. When we rolled into Rey Mysterio, a mixed tag team. Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega versus Chad Gable and Ivy Nile, American Made. Tell me about that one, man. What did you think?
That was great. I mean, I like that Zelina Vega, her offense, her timing in the match, her off the rope skills, honestly, was great. I mean, she did a great thing. So did Chad Gable. They're both great athletes.
Yeah, it's interesting. You have like the high flyers, and then you got the power because you got Ivy. I mean, she's not like this. I mean,
she's got muscles.
She's
but,
not like me though.
The muscles are not that big, honestly.
Because I know I make my boy Chad Gable because I am a wrestler. I know this man. He is a a powerful, smaller in stature, but he is, you know, hell of an athlete.
Yes.
Yeah. But then you got Rey Mysterio and Zelina with their high flying, the speed, the yeah. I just what a great match. You know, was happy. I enjoyed that match.
But then all the drama between the American Made all of a sudden all over again. Here we go, another faction.
Well, this is the thing: the expectations. You have a man like Chad Gable, who is a dedicated wrestler, and you know NCAA. I mean, like this man has the integrity of this man. He has expectations that are not being met. I mean, the same reason why you know there is no longer that Alpha Academy connection, because to be the man, somebody like Chad, the integrity, the hard work, and when he doesn't feel that the others have that to share that same intensity, share that same work ethic, he's going to have to, you know, make some correction, you know. So we'll see what happens with that, because you said, you know, these factions, these tag teams are just not working for some reason, you know, whatever the reason is going, whatever the reason be. You know, I even noticed, if you notice the EO Sky, what's going on with Damage Control?
I don't know.
That's another thing.
To know that too.
Yeah. Like, did you notice that? Like now, all of a sudden, EO's coming out by herself. Where's with
Dakota Kai and
well, maybe that's why they're not, because I can't remember half their names.
Well, remember, what's her name? Asuka.
Kyrie.
Yeah, and then Asuka's out with an injury, so that kind of messed everything up with all of them. So.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. You know, we had my favorite wrestler, Braun Breaker, aka Braun Steiner, against Sheamus, and the two big men going at it. Great match. With a surprising twist at the end. I gotta give it to you. All right. WWE got me on that one. We had Ludwig interfering with that match after a great match. A great pop from the crowd. They had some great interaction with the crowd.
Yes.
Great match. So surprising. I gotta say, like, just to watch the skill of Braun Breaker. Not only is a man of power, he's a man of speed. He's a man of agility. He is like, and it's the reason why he's my favorite. Not to mention Rick Steiner, his dad was one of my favorite wrestlers in my day. Steiner brothers, obviously, historic, Hall of Fame worthy. I think, are they in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
All right. So Hall of Famers, you know, and there you have the young and up and coming Braun Breaker going against the veteran Sheamus. And that surprising twist at the end with Ludwig coming out. Mm-hmm. You explain that?
That was just very... Having Ludwig Kaiser come out was nothing but spectacular. And I think that backstage interaction between him and Gunther, I think Gunther fired him up and said, you need to break out on your own and do your own thing and stop being in my shadow.
Yeah. And
trying to say everything for me and tell me how to do everything.
Yeah. Well, I was really impressed with Ludwig, man. I did not see that. And I did not see him being that vicious, taking out my guy Braun and then taking out Sheamus. So kudos to you, Ludwig. Man.
He needs to step up.
He does. And who did you say he dates?
He dates Tiffany Stratton, from what I've heard.
All right. So, man, Ludwig, kudos to you, man. You got it going on now. I was worried about you, but now I'm a little impressed. So I'm gonna have my eyes on you, man. So I'll give you a little round of applause on that one. And then we wrapped up Raw with heck of a match. Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, again, 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 and
Hopefully,
which,
this will be the last time.
well, we still have War Games, so it'll be again. Um, so even though we have some great matches, a great match, destructive, Bronson Reed, and obviously the skill and the size, which even though that Seth is actually, I think he's 6'2", Bronson 6'1", but obviously Bronson was like 350 pounds and Seth Rollins like 255. So obviously there's a size difference, but Bronson is just a monster. And it's another great match, a great battle with them. But man, Bronson is just destructive.
He is.
And I mean, Seth Rollins, I mean, he's a wily guy, man. He takes that licking and keeps on kicking, man. And he's surviving, but just barely. And could have almost pulled it out. Because I mean, at the beginning of the match, what did we have? We had the new bloodline coming out to back up Bronson Reed, and then all of a sudden,
which was just like, that was too predictable. Like everything WWE does now is predictable, pretty much. It's sad to say, but it is. Like they leak it online, you know about it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look at it from not seeing it online, and then you've got pro wrestling journalists talking about it, and they know it's leaked online. So it's pretty much, it's like they're ruining the show for you before you even watch the show.
Yeah.
So you pretty much like.
It wasn't like that in my day, man. I mean, obviously we have social media and all these spoilers, and obviously if you don't want to get it spoiled, then don't go on.
Like Triple H said it at one of the WrestleMania things when they were here in Philadelphia for WrestleMania Access for WrestleMania 40. He was like, fans are going to complain no matter what you do. They're going to make a big deal about every little thing that you do.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be happy with either way, which way you go. Whether it's, oh, I'm happy this is happening. Oh no, I don't like this. Like Triple H pretty much put it out there and said fans are going to complain no matter which way you spin it and which way it goes. They're not going to like anything you do.
Yeah, well,
much.
So it's also on you. It's also on you, WWE, to contain the information. I mean,
who's ever putting it out there? Honestly, I mean, you're putting it out there, but like you say, you don't want to spoil it for everybody, but you pretty much are spoiling it.
Yeah.
For people who don't watch it, and then when you click on these Pro Wrestling Unlimited websites and stuff like that, you pretty much, you got them talking about it being like, why are you putting it out there? Why are you being so predictable? Why are you as a company putting the things out there? Are you leaking it online? Is somebody in the company leaking these things online?
Well, yeah, I mean that happens. That happens in all sports too. So it's hard to, but changes need to be made. I mean, you see the rumors. Is Triple H on his way out? Is The Rock on his way in?
Because that's what what's his name was talking about that the one day. He used to work for WWE. Used to be a what's his name? I can't think of it.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Some dude.
Yeah.
They're giving it away. That's the point. It's just
True.
Obviously there's so many podcasters out there, so many YouTube channels that are going to give you the information. So it's not a surprise, but I just think that they need some new
Vince Russo. That's his name.
There you go, Vince Russo. But still, I just think that they just need something new, because you have a lot of great talent in WWE. You got great talent coming up from NXT. Yeah. So I just think they just need some fresh new ideas, and that's all I got to say about that one. So Obviously, at the end there, we had the Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed pulling out the victory because we had Solo. Nobody expected this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, because the old bloodline took out the new bloodline, got him out of there to make sure that Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed had a fair match. But at the end, we saw the mastermind, the tribal chief, Solo.
The wannabe tribal chief, as Seth Rollins called him.
No, we'll see what happens at War Games, huh? So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We had Bronson Reed pulling out, even though I felt that he had dominated most of the match. But, Seth Rollins, great wrestler. What a great matchup. But, man, just Bronson Reed is something different.
He's a great wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean.
So, yeah, Bronson Reed pulling out the victory. More drama. And will Seth Rollins join the old bloodline crew?
We'll find out
because they've been trying to recruit him, and at this point, it just makes sense. So, will the predictability really come to light on Friday Night SmackDown this week? That'll be the question,
Yes.
because you know that Roman Reigns is probably going to be, and he's going to be looking probably for some revenge on Bronson Reed, Solo, and the rest of the bloodline. So,
Yeah.
With that being said, you got anything else you want to talk about before we close out?
No.
No?
I mean, we do have Samantha Irving, honestly.
What is going on with her?
Her and her tweeting is raising a lot of eyebrows in the company because she's been tweeting a lot about how she has disdain for the company and how people have treated her. Like,
yeah, she can't handle the comments, and people are being too mean to her on social media. Get over it.
I mean, honestly,
like every star, anybody who is in the limelight, if you're on TV, if you're look at LeBron James, one of the greatest of all time. You think that he's going to cry about what people say about him? He's one of the most beloved and most hated athletes in the world. But you know what? He's not going to cry every time somebody's mean to him. So Samantha, you got to suck it up, man. I mean, you made this decision. You made the decision that you didn't want to be there anymore, unless there's some factors that we don't know about yet that you haven't revealed. But first it was like, it's just time to move on. Or, I need to go be with my man in AEW. Or, it's like, listen, just, you got to figure it out, but stop blaming everybody else. This is on you. You made the decision, whatever the decision, whatever the reason, stop letting people, like we were talking about this. Hey, you know what? People don't like us. I don't even read the stuff. I don't care. We're just here having fun.
True.
Just talking, enjoying watching our WWE.
We don't take it in. If you don't like our stuff, we don't take it personally.
We're ridiculous. I don't care.
With it. We have fun with it.
Yeah.
We don't take it personally. We don't take it like, oh yeah, you're going to attack us, so I'm going to attack you back and get mad about it. And I kind of feel like Samantha Irving's doing that. And it's like, Samantha, I mean, look at all these YouTubers out there. For instance, myself being a YouTuber and me and the heel doing our thing together. Will we have criticism? Yes. Will we take it to heart? No. We won't let it cloud our judgment. And that's what I think Samantha Irving's doing, is letting all of these things cloud her judgment and not making the best decision for herself as a announcer and saying, you know what, I'm not going to let this get to me. Like, you don't let people get to you. You're on social media. Okay, it's a bad thing. Okay, we get that. But also, don't let all these people get in your head and you say stuff that you really could eventually regret down the line. that if WWE,
Yeah, she is digging her own grave.
If WWE finds out about it, you're pretty much going to feel pretty bad that you said what you said about the company. That really, okay, honestly, just because you dated Ricochet in the company doesn't give you a path to be mean to the company. Look at the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, for instance. He dated what's her name? Eden Styles, aka Brandy Rhodes, in the company. Even though he left the company, he never said one bad thing about them. He might have done something with that throne in AEW, but he never really disrespected them and said, "Oh, I don't like them," or "I don't have an issue with them." He might have got frustrated and said, "I want to leave," but other than that, he's never bashed the company on social media at all. And people that do that, it's like you don't need to bash the company, especially if they're gonna want to have you come back. And people like the Big Show. The Big Show left, went to AEW, never bashed WWE once, and had a great relationship with him.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to burn bridges. I'll tell you that, and that's what she's doing. She's burning bridges.
CM Punk did the same thing.
Yeah,
not that long ago, and look, he's back in the company in WWE.
That's in anything. Don't ever burn your bridges.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're running short on time. It's your show. What's your if that was your closing comment? Anything else to say?
I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to have you guys back.
I'm glad to be back. Sorry we missed you. I was away, and then I have some technical issues with my computer, so hopefully we can get that updated, and we won't have these little problems. So we're still working out the kinks. But all I care about is hanging out with my buddy here and bringing you some fun content and just being wacky and fun. And that's all that matters. Like I said, neither of us care what anybody thinks of us.
No.
This is for us, bringing you some goofy, fun, exciting, trying to just bring, the latest in WWE. Because that's the passion.
I mean, there is a lot of YouTubers, honestly, to tell you that there's this one YouTuber that I know that like literally let one comment get to his head, and then somebody actually came to his house and made it into a big deal.
What?
Yeah.
Well, nobody's coming to my house. I'll tell you that. So, all right, man. You want to close it out?
I hope you guys have a great day, a great evening. Respect each other. Get along.
Amen, man. All right, brother.
All right. Later, you guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.